Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 4. We will explain about communicative language teaching.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi, my name is Sumandia and today I am going to explain to you about communication language teaching. Okay, firstly we are going to discuss about the definition of communicative language teaching. Communicative language teaching, or CLT, is an approach to the teaching of second and foreign languages, emphasizes interaction as both the means and the ultimate goal of learning a language. It is also referred to as the communicative approach. So if someone saying or talking about communicative approach is means that he or she is talking about communicative language teaching. Okay? Okay, after we talk about the definition of CLT, what then is the communicative approach? It is the theory that language is communication, and it's on this theory that the methodology used in language learning schools is based. The set of principles which underlie this theory include: first, learners learn a language through using it to communicate. Second, authentic and meaningful communication should be the goal of classroom activities. Third, fluency is an important dimension of communication. Fourth, communication involves the integration of different language skills. The last, learning is a process of creative construction and involves trial and error. Okay, next to the goal of CLT. The goal of CLT, or communicative language teaching, is communicative competence. In order to foster communicative competence, the teacher has two main roles. The first being to facilitate the communicative process in the classroom. The second is to act as an independent participant within the learning teaching group. The teacher is also expected to act as a research, an organizer of resources, a motivator, a counselor, a guide, an analyst, and a researcher. Okay, next we are gonna discuss about the communicative competence. As I said before, that communicative language teaching is commonly regarded as one of the most popular approaches to language teaching, and the goal of communicative language teaching is communicative competence. So we are gonna discuss about communicative competence. Communicative competence essentially suggests that teaching learners to form grammatically correct sentences is not enough. Learners also need to be able to use language appropriately in a variety of contexts. Hence, in sense, the goal, or the real goal of CLT, is to teach real-life language to students. Thank you.
Okay, I will explain about learner-centered instruction. This term applies to curricula as well as to specific technique. It can be contrasted with teacher-centered and has received various recent interpretation. Learner-centered instruction includes technique that focus on or account for learners' needs, styles, and goals. Technique that gives some control to the students, for example, group work or strategy training. Curricula that include the consultation and input of students and that do not presuppose objective in advance. Technique that allow for students' creativity and innovation. And the last is techniques that enhance a student's sense of competence and self-worth. Because language teaching is a domain that so often presupposes classroom where students have very little language proficiency with which to negotiate with the teacher, some teachers stay away from the notion of giving learners the power associated with a learner-centered approach. Such restraint is not necessary because even in beginning level class, teacher can offer students certain choice. All of these effort help to give students a sense of ownership of their learning and thereby aid to their intrinsic motivation.
Okay, the next material is cooperative and collaborative learning. A curriculum or classroom that is cooperative and therefore not competitive usually involve the above learner-centered characteristic. As students work together in pairs and groups, they share information and come to each others. They are a team whose players must work together in order to achieve goals successfully. Included among some of the challenges of cooperative learning are accounting for varied cultural expectations, individual learning styles, personality difference, and reliance on the first language. Cooperative learning does not merely imply collaboration. To be sure, in a cooperative classroom, the students and teachers work together to pursue goals and objectives. Cooperative learning is more structured, prescriptive to teacher about classroom techniques, more directive to students how to work together in group. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. I will explain the next material is about the interactive learning. What means of the interactive learning is the practice of involving learners in the educational process by encouraging them to bring their own experience and knowledge into the process, while also contributing to defining or organizing their learning. When you speak, for example, the extent to which your intended message is received is a factor of both your production and the listener reception. Most meaning, in semantic sense, is a product of negotiation, of give and take, as interlocutor attempt to communicate. An interactive course or technique will provide for such negotiations. Interactive classes will most likely be found first, when doing a significant amount of pair work and group work. Second, receiving authentic language input in real-world context. Third, producing language for genuine, meaningful communication. Four, performing classroom tasks that prepare them for actual language use out there. Five, practicing oral communication through the give and take and spontaneity of actual conversation. And the last, writing to and for real audience, not contrived ones. The theoretical foundation of interactive learning lie in what Michael Long described as the instruction hypothesis of second language acquisition. Going beyond Stephen Krashen's concept of comprehensible input, Long and others have pointed out the importance of input and output in the development of language. As learners interact with each other through oral and written discourse, their communicative abilities are enhanced.
Okay, I will continue the material. It is about an electric approach. Electric approach is a method of language education that combines various approaches and methodologies to teach a language depending on the aims of the lesson and the abilities of the learners. Different teaching methods are borrowed and adapted to suit the requirement of the learners. In addition, it is a conceptual approach that does merely include one paradigm or a set of assumptions. And there are varied approaches and methods used for language teaching in electric approach. The first one is grammar translation method. It is a method of teaching language by which students learn grammatical rules and then apply those rules by translating between the target language and the native language. And the second one is direct method. Direct method, it is a method that the teacher refrains from using the student native language, and the target language is directly used for teaching all four skills, that is listening, speaking, writing, and reading. And the third is structural situation approach. In this approach, the teacher teaches language through a careful selection, gradation, and presentation of vocabulary items, and student through situation-based activities. Number 4, the fourth, audiolingual or audiovisual method. In this style, the teaching students are taught through a system of reinforcement. Here, new words and grammar are directly taught without using the student's native language. However, unlike the direct method, audiolingual method does not focus on vocabulary. Instead, the teacher focuses on grammar through drill and practice. The fifth, bilingual method. We know that bilingual means that the ability to speak two languages fluently. In bilingual method, the teacher teaches this language by giving mother tongue equivalents of the words of the sentence. 6. Communicative language teaching. This approach lies emphasis an oral method of teaching. It aims also to develop communicative competence in students. 5. Total physical response. It is based on the theory that memory is enchained through association with a physical response. The last is the silent way. In this method, the teacher uses a combination of silence and gesture to focus student attention. Advantages of electric approach. There is 5 advantages of electric approach. The first one is the teacher has more flexibility in classroom, and the second one is no aspect of language skill is ignored. The third is there is variety in the classroom. The fourth, classroom atmosphere is dynamic. The last is this type of program not only negotiate teacher skill development within an improved recognition of and respect for cross-cultural and multilingual classroom setting, but also encourage student pride in their heritage, language, communication preferences, and self-identity. Thank you.